kind of through mid-city LA, and as we do this, we are kind of heading in towards, well, not too far from the Beverly Center. We've just left mid-city LA, Hancock Park, and now again westbound here. We'll try and get the major for you. It seems to me that that might be Olympic Boulevard. I'll try and get some confirmation, but again, we are back westbound on surface streets. Now, he has essentially done everything he can to avoid capture at this time, just a number of traffic infractions, and he is kind of adding to the list of those as we make our way westbound here, but again, two layers of police helicopters above him, so there is very little likelihood that he will actually be able to get out of their sight, but having said that, he has pulled a couple of maneuvers that has allowed him to evade some of the patrol cars that are following behind him, but again, he is kind of moving westbound here, and as we do so, we will try and stay with him. He is not too shy about being aggressive in terms of how he drives with other folks on the road here. He will, like you're seeing right now, into oncoming traffic here, the opposite lanes of traffic going the wrong way, and now he's going to be making a northbound turn. We'll try and get that. It's a small residential street as he moves in towards the Beverly Hills area here. Now, this looks like it could be Doheny as he makes his way northbound, a residential area here, lots of apartments, lots of homes, and northbound on Doheny, he'll be making his way back up towards Wilshire Boulevard, Santa Monica, that particular area here. So he is kind of making his way in towards the Beverly Hills area now, taking the CHP and any related police officers that might be in tow here along for a ride at very high rates of speed. Guys? Yeah, and he's now made his way northbound, and he's going to be approaching Lou, as you mentioned, Santa Monica Boulevard here, if he maintains that northbound track, but he's kind of making kind of weaving motions, weaving maneuvers here, and oh boy, okay, now he's making his turn southbound. I believe he's in an alley or on a smaller street here, kind of making his way south. Beverly Hills, this particular area, does have a lot of alleys between some of these residential and apartment complexes here, and so this may be what he's in. That being the case, we'll try and get overhead and get a clearer shot of what is actually going on here, but yeah, he is in what I believe to be an alley there, a narrow alley, where he is now transitioning southbound over to the major street here. Now soon he will be coming up on let's see here, I'll try and get the street, the major street here, but Olympic Boulevard here in just a few moments if he continues on this track, but you kind of see what he's doing here. He's in another alley just on the north side of Olympic Boulevard. Now he is eastbound, and now having said that, there are several units behind him, but albeit we'll call it maybe a block or so behind him. Oh! And a near miss as he crosses the boulevard there, and oh boy, that was a very close, and he is basically bringing some of the other folks, some of the other law enforcement folks along for a ride here, just a very dangerous ride at that. I don't know whether he's familiar with this particular area or not, judging by the way he's kind of weaving in and out, just making left turns, right turns. It seems without any rhyme or reason that he is just kind of maneuvering around some of these surface streets now. You guys mentioned if he goes south, he can hit the 10. If he goes west, he can hit the 405. That is certainly a possibility here. He's stopped, and now he's on the run again, and now he's going to be coming up on a boulevard. And it does look like there are still two people inside. They're trying to decide whether to turn left or whether to turn right, and it looks like it's going to be a right turn this time around, and he's going to be making his way over towards the Century City area. Now, it's hard to, predict which direction this guy's going to go. Sometimes we see from other pursuits, suspects tend to go to an area of familiarity, and so we don't know that this, oh my gosh, okay, he almost hit that car that was just making a left turn into the driveway there. We don't know that that's the case at this point. We don't know where this car is registered out of necessarily, but we do know that he is making some very evasive moves as he makes his way through kind of the Beverly Hills area here. We'll be coming up on Century City if we go any farther to the west. So we're basically traveling northbound, kind of northeastbound up towards the boulevard here, and we'll see what he does. It looks like he is going to be making a southbound turn. So without any rhyme or reason, it becomes very difficult, increasingly difficult, I should say, to predict which way this guy is going to move. Now, having said that, if this was a situation where we could, kind of predict his moves, if he's making circles around a particular area here, the police might be able to get ahead of him, lay down spike strips, things of that nature here. But because he is moving so erratically, there's just no way for them to predict what he's going to do here. Oh my gosh, he's going to be coming up on an intersection here, and he's moving at quite a higher rate of speed, so we're going to move out of his way and try and get over to the west side of him so we don't get too vertical on him. But he is moving southbound on a main street, very high rate of speed, and we'll try and get that street for you here as he approaches or gets closer to, at the very least, the 10th freeway. So, having said that, this is a very residential neighborhood here. We're just on the east side of a golf club, and there are a lot of cars and a lot of people walking the streets here, so we just don't know what this guy is going to choose to do here. But again, we see this resistance to give up, this unwillingness to give up at this point and resist the actions of police officers who are trying to pull him over. There's one of the LAPD officers in our shop who is basically trying to keep up with this guy. But again, this guy has got about a mile and a half to go until he hits the 10th freeway, and so from there we will see if he chooses to rejoin the 10th, either east or westbound. But again, it looks like he's making efforts to get down towards the 10th freeway. Probably, my guess is another minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes, he'll be over to the 10th freeway, and he'll have access to that 10th freeway at some point where he might choose to get on or kind of keep it on surface streets. Guys? Okay. Okay. Just coming up on Venice Boulevard. Oh boy. Yeah, he is in Culver City now, westbound. Yeah, he's in Culver City, guys. If you guys can hear me, he's going. Yeah, he's going to be just coming off Venice Boulevard here, south of the 10th freeway. It looks like, he was trying to look for an entrance to the 10th freeway, and he has just picked up another main street. I think it's going to be National Boulevard as he makes his way back up towards Venice Boulevard. It looks like, you know what, not too far off the mark when you say that this guy may be completely lost here, and this is kind of a confusing area to be in if you don't know, the ins and outs of where the freeways are, where the freeway entrances are. But he is now making his way in towards the Culver City area. He is now off Washington Boulevard down a residential street, and it looks like he is going to be forced into a situation where he's going to have to make a turn either left or right here. So as he comes down towards the Bologna Creek area here, oh my, wow.